Okay. Do you want to look at the draft
Please
or
mute
not at all?
yourself, please. Yeah, please.
Can you send me the drafts?
Wait, let me find it in the channel, but let me find the 2 games I sent you. Let me say it's this.
Is that the first one?
That's the second one. Wait, let me find the first one. 1 sec. That's the first one. It's basically like some Clash games, I think. Yeah.
Oh
those
yeah,
are
it's
the
the clashes.
games.
Okay. Did you swap the order yet? Or is that the order at which it was picked?
Wait, let me see. The second one is swapped, but the first one is swapped as well. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, that makes it a bit difficult. Do you remember the order you picked and they picked?
We have the draft saved probably.
Yeah, we do have.
Just...
But
Oh, it was in
one.
Clash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like. It was like Azel probably. Then we saw Kane and Jin. Then we picked Tiana, and then probably Pantheon, something like that. The first game.
Well, we picked Diana late to counter the enemy engage.
Then it's like Azrael, Pantheon, and Talia. Yep.
Okay, can you say it again? Like, what's the order?
The order is Azrael into Pantheon and Talia.
Okay, Ezreal into Pantheon? What do you mean?
Where's the game? Was it
Okay.
I played
Okay.
Diana. Where do we have the draft?
Maybe
It's in the
Killbane also.
drafts.
I'm just
Killbane,
gonna
yeah.
share my screen. You just
What do you want?
tell me.
The draft order, remember maybe.
Which hood draft of the two?
The Clash one. That's the second game, but it's fine.
Oh.
That's the second game. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
the
the
Karma
second game. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
check.
that's the first one.
Okay, so you've played Ezreal twice. Okay. So Ezreal, and then
Ezreal
Talia,
yeah,
Pantheon, and then Janna and Shogath.
Yeah, probably something like that.
And what about them?
The first pick was Jin.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was our Ezreal into Pantheon. And then they picked Kane, Malphite. No, wait.
Two.
It was
We
Kane
action
action, I
on
think.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
action on
It was
3.
action on 3.
And then it was
Then-
Brian
yeah.
fourth.
No, I
No,
remember.
wait.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Okay.
Talk
I
then.
remember. Jin first, second Kane, third Malphite.
Yeah, third was Malphite, yeah.
Okay.
Third Malphite, fourth was Brand, and fifth action. Or maybe
Brian.
no, my bad. Four action, 5 Brand, 100%.
This
Four
is
Okay.
action,
confusing.
5 Brand.
Okay, so they're in the correct order. Okay. And you swapped this and that. Okay. Right. Let's see. Are you? Which side are you? Are you blue?
Blue
Red.
side.
No, this is red side, 100%. The first pick was Jin.
Okay, so that's blue-red. Okay. Let's see. So Jin first pick, and you answered Ezreal.
Ezreal Pantheon.
Ezreal Pantheon, not Talia.
Okay. Oh my
This is
god.
so confusing.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
Ezreal
it's
Pantheon.
not as confusing anymore. Okay. So just switch. Okay. I like the Pantheon just because it makes it how can I say this, like a flex pick. It can go support, and they really don't know. I'm not sure about the Ezreal pick. Why did you want to put Ezreal?
He just wanted to play Ezreal, but I think it's pretty bad into Yin. But he wanted to
And
try
also-
Ezreal.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Right, and then they went Malphite Kane, and then you answered Talia. Well, this is
Yes,
this is very clear that this guy is gonna be the top laner, most likely.
Yes. Yeah.
So you
I
pick.
thought it was Action third, so we picked into Action, but maybe we didn't.
We don't really know, to be honest. Yeah, I don't even know the
No,
people.
thought it
no,
was Action.
no, wait. We picked Talia, I remember, because it's very good with
Pantheon.
Pantheon,
Yeah.
with lot of the roaming potential, etc.
Okay,
We
so
know we thought that Malphite might be top, but also they can it can go mid because we have seen it.
okay,
I didn't pick the counter. I picked Talia because Pantheon Talia is good.
okay, that's fine for me. Like it's also good because this can be jungle and this can be support, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. I would have still said that you kind of want to still pick top side, right? Because then
Yeah.
he can just ban his bad matchups. But yeah, that's fine. Like I think it's still fine. And then what did you ban? So that's the two last bans, right?
But it's a clash game this, isn't it? I think.
No,
No,
that's
I
the
think
one
this
left.
is the
Yeah,
two last
yeah,
bans.
yeah.
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 Yeah. So in the two last bans are this, I guess. Wait, I'm confused.
No,
No,
that
the
makes
last
no
one.
sense.
The
Zed
second
and
Darius.
Darius.
So
Zed.
this is the last ban and this is the last ban?
Yeah.
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 Really? Okay, that's weird, but sure. Okay. Why did you ban Yasuo?
Because all in potential kind of Malphite. He has
Yeah,
Kane and he was
yeah,
okay.
okay.
And
I
he
mean,
was
I'm
playing
more
with Scrim.
I'm more scared of Orianna than Yasuo in mid lane,
Oh yeah. That
right?
I didn't think about Ariana there.
And to be honest, I think, yeah, I think Leona is not that strong, like compared to Aurel, for example. So Leona is a pick champion, and they have like a big team fight oriented comp with like so many AoE, right? So Aurel goes very well on their comp.
I think it might have been a comfort pick ban too.
Okay,
Because it
that's
was
fair.
Clash, so you can see the comfort picks.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so here's my point. Here's what I think. It's really shit, but we already talked about.
Yeah.
I think a better ADC would be like Varus,
By the
because
way,
in first pick it's extremely good.
number one, I said that we have to go Tritana because we saw Jin. But
I think
wanted
Ezreal is still fine,
Ezreal,
kinda.
so
Yeah, it's
Because
fine.
we
but
have huge poke this game, like
no,
Troll,
but
Pantheon, Talia,
yes,
Janna, and
but
Ezreal.
Ezreal is very specific.
Yeah,
You cannot
okay.
go Ezreal if you don't see the enemy team. But never
So
mind.
your point is this is fine because we have poke, but you get countered by a hard engage comp and they have like Malphite.
Yeah.
So you picking and like the rest of their comp is pretty bad, because like if you look at it,
Yeah, I think that's
Jin-
just comfort picks.
yeah, Jin is fine. Kane is pretty weak, and if it was something like Zinzao, right, or Sejuani, right, doesn't matter, but like it makes it way harder for you to play the game. And then Malphite is fine, and then you have like Orianna, and
yeah,
then
that's
Rel.
correct.
So now this is Jin, Zin, Malphite, Orianna, Rel. How do you play against this? I mean, how do you play against this as this comp?
Probably unplayable.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's pretty
Janna
unplayable.
can cancel Malphite as well.
Yeah, Janna is pretty useless, just because like she's gonna get stomped with like against Rel. Janna is fine because she can cancel the dash, but if she can't cancel the dash, the champion is basically useless. She needs to play so safe to be able to use her ability, and they should have oriented into a burst comp. Like on this comp, this guy should go blue and try to one shot you guys, right? Because basically you can't really do much else, because they are gonna lose the team fight if they don't. I feel like, and they more should like play for picks, because like now you win the team fights now. And what you should have gone is Ezreal is fine, but again, I still think that. So Ezreal is a champion that wants to avoid and play protect, like a bit like Zaya. So you kind of don't want to play first pick Ezreal.
Yeah.
Because if he gets into a lane where he gets pushed, you can't really do much. Because Ezreal needs the push, right? That's why Ezreal is more of a counter pick than a blind pick. It's fine, but it's not the best. But for example, something like Varus is fine into basically any matchup, can play poke, can play teamfight, can play hard engage, can play peak. He basically can play into any comp. That's why Varus is pretty good in blind pick. Even though like it's not really blind pick, but you don't see any one of the team. Another thing that you could have picked is two champions that they don't know where they go. So for example, Talia Pantheon in R1 and R2 was very good because they don't know shit where they go.
Yeah.
Right? But yes, I still think that picking the Ezreal was good. I mean, picking the ADC, but I would have liked a Varus here. And then I don't mind the Pantheon, so I'm going to play Varus here. I mean, Varus here. I don't know how to say it. Okay, Varus.
Wow.
And that's true. Okay. So Varus here. And then Pantheon is fine. Then again, they should have picked Xin, probably. Because like it's very good to disengage. And you have like two champions that like to engage. Or poke. But like Xin on Sage was either do they want to engage into you, or do they think they're gonna try to engage onto them and then they pick Xin, right? Because you can like stop the fight.
Yeah.
And as soon as they go Malphite, it's probably Sejuani is better. Just because Malphite is hard engage and like they are looking to hard engage at this point. So this should be Sage. And then Talia is pretty bad into hard engages. Right? So even if you look into Kayn, like yes, Talia is fine into Kayn, but realistically, Kayn can kill Talia without even needing to dash. Right? It's just like E and W auto and R and you're dead.
Yeah. But isn't Ezreal like if they went like this one, the full engage, isn't Ezreal like good pick? He can escape easily or not?
Well, yes, but if that's the case, they are not gonna pick. They shouldn't pick Sejuani and they pick Xin,
Yeah,
right?
that makes sense. Yeah.
And then they siege because you're playing like a defense comp, so they siege, so they go like Jhin, and then you have Pantheon, so they go. They don't know if that's support or jungle, right? So they would maybe do like something like Xin Jace. Or even Talia Jace. Like they could take Talia here, right? They do Talia Jace and they have like 3 poke comp, and then you need to engage at this point. But you have an Ezreal. And then you want to do like Sejuani and another engage. And then here. Wait, no. No, that's not. So you had Pantheon. So here you're forced to go in a hard engage, and they have like 3 champions that poke. So at this point you can't even play hard engage anymore. So you need to pivot into like I don't even know what to do. Wait, what do you do? Let me take a look. So if we think about it again. So wait, I'm gonna do it again because I'm lost. Okay, so if you have Ezreal here. If you have Ezreal here and have Jhin, and here you play Pantheon, and then they want to go poke, they can play Talia and Jace, and they don't know if Jace goes top or mid, and they don't even know if Talia goes jungle or mid, right? So now you're kind of forced to pick. You don't know what to you pick into, so you're kind of forced to do for the team. And you see their comp, and you need hard engage. But you have Ezreal Pantheon, which is not good into hard engage. But you go like I don't know, Maokai or Kled, right? But Kled is bad into Jace, so you probably go Maokai. Something like this. Or you commit into the Pantheon support. And then you go Sejuani. Or you could even go Malphite yourself, because Jace is not good into tanks. Regardless, now that you're trying to hard engage, what they should be banning is all the hard engage top lane. So they would ban like Ori, not dive, but not hard engage, but dive. So Ori and Mbessa, or even like Malphite, right? Something like this. And then they pick Braum, right? And then you're like, oh wait, but they have quite a lot of disengage. What do we play into this? Well, at this point you can't play hard engage because they have a lot of disengage and they have a lot of poke, so they are like a siege protect comp in the middle of siege protect. So you take the graph again, right? Let's look at it. You take the graph again. They are in between the siege and the protect, more heavily siege. So you can't really go attack because protect is beating attack, and you can't really go catch because siege is beating catch. So you're forced to go split, right? So you look at it again. You have Ezreal, Pantheon, Sejuani, and then you go for. So these go support.
probably.
This is support, and then you have like top and mid to pick, and you pick Camille,
Gwen or Camille.
Camille, and yeah, I think Camille is better than Gwen, especially into Malphite. And it splits really well. And then on mid lane, you pick something that's very good in side lane.
Azir, but it's banned. I guess.
Yeah, Azir is okay. Can even take Akali. Something like this. Not quite sure, but I can look at it more if you want. Do you really want me to find a good pick here?
No,
like
it's fine.
Akali has a good side lane, but
Yeah.
it's not split push potential.
Yeah, that's true. But that's true. But that's still side lane. Like you need to have a very good strong side lane
but
against
the
them.
side lane is huge.
But against Talia, it's not good. So probably Akali is not good. But let me think. What is a good mid laner?
Like maybe an Echo or the.
What did we say it was? Talia, Jace, Braum.
Maybe an Echo is good here, or even Ari. I don't know.
Kassa then maybe, but that's a bit clutch.
I think Akali's fine.
Yeah, Akali is okay. It's not the best, but it's okay.
I mean, you win the 1v9
Well,
with.
Well, what about Silas though?
Cyrus.
Silas not. And it's also one of the worst matchups to play against Talia.
Yeah, Talia is rough for. Anyway, you get the idea. Like there is probably
Yeah.
a better pick than Akali, but that's the idea. Right. So yeah.
Yep.
So this is kind of not what happened. So this is a bit stupid from me to actually go down this route. Okay, so we were at this point. So yeah, I think this was fine. And they should have played Arlinger, but that's fine, they didn't. At this point, they are looking to one-shot you or to play like side lanes. So you need to, again, you take the graph. They are either split or attack. And what kill, split, or attack is catch. Catch wins on both, right? If you take the graph again. Right? They are either split or attack. So you want to catch.
Yeah, but what super champ actually goes really well into catch?
No, you want to play catch. You don't want to play into catch.
Yeah, I mean.
So you
Lots
have a
of
lot of
options,
possibilities. So like you have like Blitzcrank, you have Nautilus, you have Bard, you have Renata. Renata is pretty good because it also is a pretty good protect. So Renata is bonkers here. But Renata doesn't go very well with Ezreal. But yeah, you have all those choices, right? So if he goes Akshan, Do you want to put Pentient support?
Uh, Not really this game. I think we were actually thinking that it's jungle Pantheon. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Maybe there is an argument where you put Pentient support because he's a decent catch, and then you take like Sejuani or any support that goes very well into catch. Or you can even go Pantheon support and Talia jungle, which is fine for catch. And then you go mid lane that catches. But Azir is banned, so probably don't want to do this. Anyway. Janna is still not what you want to be playing into this. Because you definitely want to play into catch. Because you can't win the team fight anyway. So how I think you lost this game is you tried to team fight and you got wiped.
Did we win the
We
game?
actually won the game, but
You won
But
the
they were
game?
about to win, but we just outplayed them in a team fight in the end. So yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Right, and then Shogath is a bit rough. Into Malphite, that's fine, but then I would have taken Mundo. Right, Mundo is very strong at the moment, and he scales extremely well. Probably better than Shogath. And he splits very, very well. He catches pretty good, and it gives a lot of space for your team. Shogath is just a front line, right?
do you know what? What we thought basically?
Or
we were
Ornn.
talking.
Yeah, tell me.
We were saying, yeah, we were saying when we picked Cho'Gath at 5, that we're going for Cho'Gath so he can basically be frontline for peeling because we saw they already have engage. If they engage, we have Cho'Gath to help us, and also we have Janna ult that basically she would be playing safe. And me and Ezreal, because we are more of a poke thing that cannot go very deep into the Ace enemy team because they have engaged, like we said, we will stay back so that they use firstly their main abilities and then continue the fight from our side, being, behind Cho'Gath. So basically, this was the idea for the team fight. But I told from the beginning that my two main mistakes here, our mistakes, is Ezreal, and I even told him as soon as he picked it, because we saw Jin and Ezreal blind picking into an unknown enemy team is not that good. So I thought of Tristana there as first pick because the guy also plays very good Tristana. So we try to put something in comfort, even if Varus can be a better.
I mean,
better
Tristana
pick.
is fine. Is it strong against Jin? It's probably strong.
I
Yeah, it's
think
strong
it's
against Jhin.
very strong, very very strong. Yes, because she has the double jump. Like Jin cannot escape. Any all in is dead. Jin is dead.
It's
If
the best
Yeah.
pick versus Jin.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah, so Tristana was pretty good, but then you would have needed to change like.
yeah, but
So Pantheon was fine with Tristana because it's a very good like dual lane.
and then we thought of Pantheon Talia combo because we can roam after my level 6 and his level 6 like non-stop because I always have the push on mid lane, and we can go for side lane ganks like do a 4v2 bot lane or
Okay.
a 3v1 in top lane because I also have seen this in LEC, and works pretty well. The Janna pick, we thought about it. I think it was a mistake because we already knew they have Malphite, and basically Janna cannot do anything to Malphite if he jumps on her. But yeah, like Ezreal first pick and Janna fourth pick, I think were the most bitter mistakes on the draft.
Okay.
But we still managed to win. But that's a different story.
Right. Okay. Well, I think we went deeply enough into the draft because I need to leave at 18, and we still didn't start.
Yeah. No,
So
it's
let's start. But yeah, I agree. It's just like if you went into Tristana, you probably So like the thing I was gonna say is, if instead of having action, he goes Syndra into Talia, you don't play the game. Does that make sense?
Right, that's yeah.
Because like Talia is so unplayable into Syndra.
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't win the lane, but maybe we would win the early game, I guess, with Panth and Talia combo, but still.
I still make it very rough.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you? You're red. Okay.
Right.
Right. So that's a good. Okay, so that's pretty good. Like, I really like this 5 point. It's very clean. And then you go here. Yep, very good. Okay, but as soon as you see that nothing happens, you definitely want to go back mid. Okay. Because like right now, Janna is in very big danger. Because if at some point they go like this, like Janna is
She's
dead.
done, yeah.
And Janna needs you to stay here. So like if, for example, at some point you leave this mid lane, Janna needs to go back like this and stay here.
Yeah.
Or even needs to fall back to her bush because you're not safe anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't dislike the invade, especially because you know if they are invading you back or not. So very good. Yep, you see them. You kind of want to pick this. Yep, very good. Yeah, that's a very, very good front. Very, very good. Very, very good protect at the beginning of the game. Very good. So that's pretty good job. You have already a massive lead onto this. Okay. Alright, you decide to pass bot side into Ezreal Janna.
Yeah, my I was like thinking that they're gonna poke them so much that they will like be 1/3 of the HP, so I can just dive them once I got there.
I mean, I don't dislike it. Like, to be honest, it's a pretty volatile line. You're probably not gonna do anything into Shogath Malphite. I don't dislike it. Right. Oh, I would definitely. Oh, you want to go for the dive?
Yeah,
Let me see.
that's what I was thinking at the beginning. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, so a reason why I don't like it. Wait.
I mean, there is
Wait,
no reason.
You're so
They
late,
don't have.
actually.
I know. Yeah, my clears are just fucked on the other champs I don't play. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
I have to
because.
fix that shit. Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I think. Kane should have passed bot for the same reason as you passed bot, because that's the volatile lane, and Janna Ezreal is not. Like, it's not like Ezreal Janna should win, and Jin and Brand should lose. Even though they did, right? You can't know this just from Strand Select.
Oh.
So the fact that this is a volatile lane, he should be here. And you starting a dive while the Kane should be on the side makes it
but we
hard.
already know that he was topside, so yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
And
true.
I'm again so late. I'm so
Yeah, I
late
mean,
on the play.
You're absurdly late, but yeah, that's fine. But then that's a fine dive.
And they have no
yeah.
sums. They have no sums.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay, you kind of need to take the crab though before resetting.
But
I
can't
guess you
follow
wanted
the
to
up,
defend your
I'm again
camps.
late.
What do you mean?
I mean, if I take the crab there, I was gonna be late for the camps. They already spawned before I backed, I guess.
Yeah, but but taking this crab denies the crab for the enemy and gives it to you.
Yeah, that also makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. But another thing that you could have been concerned is him just going into your camps. Right. So if you look at, I mean.
Yeah, that also. But even if he
very
doesn't go, even if he doesn't go in my camps, I'm gonna still be late on the tempo, right? Because he's gonna already do his raptors once I start my columns.
Yeah, but as soon as you show, he should instantly go to your camps, right? And he kind of does. He kind of does, but then he backs off. But he should like take this and then go here. So at this point, like you just finished the dive, your top side is gone. So don't do your top side. Just take the crab and then take his thing. And then you place a ward here, and then you just either back off or just take this and then recall. Because realistically, your thing should be gone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Because like right now, you come back and you see him, or he's already gone. It sucks.
Yeah,
Because
just
now
two
you're
camps down, it sucks,
so
yeah.
behind, right? And now, yeah, okay. So now you kind of want to do your full clear and then go Drake, right? So at this point, Talia needs to have her reset, which she just did, so that's very good. Even though her reset was one wave too late. So you kind of wanted to reset on this wave, because then the Drake is spawning, right? So here you just need to hard crush this, and then you reset. Oh no, that's the wave before, sorry. You want to reset on this wave. Yep, here you reset, because then the Drake is going to be spawning. Wait, is the Drake already spawned? Oh, then you want to...
Will respond, yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, like this is not the time. Okay, so I thought it was 6 minutes. Okay, so how you want to approach the Drake is basically you want to hit it at 6 minutes. Because 6 minutes is when the jungler finish their second full clear,
Second full clear.
right? So that's when you want to be back on the map. So you like this wave, it's already late because you're gonna be. So if you look at Talia, so she's gonna be here at around 6 minutes, right? But she just lost prio. So now she doesn't have prio, so Akshan can go Drake, and the jungler should be finishing his full clear. And if you do the same thing in bot side, like everyone has prio, and then that's a free Drake for them. That's why you want to record at 5:30, not 6. Because you want to be there for contesting the 6 minute wave, right? Anyway, you do Drake.
Yeah, I have a thing here though. Like,
Yep.
isn't it the moment where I have to take one wave before the cannon wave, and I get basically prio by coming back on lane because he has to match the reset as I did.
Yep, you're
and
right.
He's not playing with TP. So basically, if as soon as I clear the wave on the mid lane that crashed when I came back, he has to reset, because if he doesn't, I can basically kill the wave pretty fast as Talia and then rotate to Drake. And because we will be same in the numbers, but I will have item advantage and win the fight like this.
Yep, you're very right. Now question. What instead of doing this on the next wave, he does this on this wave, and here is not right now, and here is recalling. He just recalled on this wave, and then coming back to lane right now. What happens?
I lose this wave.
Yep, you lose the next wave. You lose this wave, right?
Yep.
But it's because you're recalling.
Yeah.
And then he can start hitting this wave. Because now he was... So, no, what would happen if... Okay, so that's wrong, actually. If he right now he's recalling, you push this wave, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now... Right now he's collecting on the tower and you're recalling.
Yes.
Now he's taking this wave because you're not here, because you need to match his recall.
He cannot crash this wave as fast as possible because it's a cannon wave. And
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, because even if he doesn't crush it and you don't lose much, he still has prio and still can go
Still
Drake.
has prio for the Drake, yeah.
Because
Isn't Talia ulti enough to join, or no?
Is
it still too slow?
20. He needs at least 10 seconds for this wave. So I come back. Basically, what I've seen is going back before the cannon wave comes in lane gives you the most time for the enemy to not make anything.
But it's not a question of making anything, it's a question of entering the river first. Because now, if he comes here and he's first, and now you need to face check him, or you lose the Drake, you're gonna have to try to face check him, and that's not gonna go well. But you're right, he's not gonna have much time to do anything. So what's gonna happen is gonna lose this wave, and probably a plate, because you can't enter the Drake, but they're still gonna have the Drake. So
Yeah,
you're right in saying that you recalling on a cannon wave makes it so he doesn't have much time to do anything before losing something. But on his perspective, if he does this, he's fine to lose this wave. Because that's not a cannon wave.
then also have the advantage that he has to stay in lane or lose another wave because he has to match his recall for items. So he's gonna lose this wave and one more wave.
What do you
if he
mean?
goes for Drake.
What do you
If he
mean? No,
goes
he already recalled.
I did. He didn't.
No, yeah, but because he made a mistake.
If he
And you
didn't.
did as well. That's my point. My point is he should have recalled right now. Like right now he presses B.
Yes. Okay.
And then he loses a part of this wave. And then you push this wave and then recall. And then he pushes the next wave because you had to recall and that was a cannon wave, and then you go Drake.
But
So
yeah,
your mistake here is not to recall right now, because if he recalls right now and you don't, you lose the Drake. But if you recall right now, you match his recall that should be here as well, and then you just go back on the same wave on this wave, and then you can contest the cannon wave for the Drake. And then what happens is the jungler either goes here or here to get prio and try to get the Drake, and the enemy jungler does the same. Do you see my point?
Yep.
I do, I guess.
Do you disagree? This is fine if you disagree.
Like it makes sense, but it also I think it makes sense this thing that I'm telling, because I'm not losing much. Even if I come to lane and he has the push and he is on the river, and if I go to face check, I won't be face checking alone. I will be with Panther. Like even if they have the first burst on us, we still win because I have the item advantage. This is how I see
What
it.
item advantage are you talking about? Because he should be recalling right now, so he will have the same item as you do. So
yes,
I'm not.
yes, but we are talking about we are talking about what I made basically on his mistake, not what he had to do. If he recalled here, I have time to push the next wave and recall after.
And then you lose the push on the next wave, and then you lose the Drake because you lost the push. That's my point. That's why this is a mistake
But
of you not to recall.
The next wave is coming in 35 seconds from now.
Yes.
From 5:15, it comes in 35 seconds from now. So basically I need 10 seconds to clear this wave, 5 seconds that it's coming, and I will be in 20 seconds in lane again. And
Yeah, but no,
even
but
if-
you just have to look at it, right? If you look at it, even if he's not here and you clear the wave like 5 seconds earlier, okay, that's fine. I don't care. You're not in. You like. Do you see how you don't have the push?
yes, but he didn't recall, because if he had recalled, I would have the push here.
No,
But he
you would
didn't
not.
recall.
No, you're wrong. You would not. It's very simple. If you recall right now, if you had recalled right now, he would be here right now running, and you would be clearing this wave. And this is the wave that you need to have for the prio, for the Drake. But you're recalling right now. You're not contesting this wave. This is the wave of the Drake. So you're not here. Like you won't ever get the prio on this wave if you recall right now, ever.
Yes, but
This is impossible.
Okay, but I think Drake is already up, and it doesn't matter if we take it from 6 to 6:10.
Yeah, but it does matter though, because they will finish their throw clear. Look at the jungler. He's a bit slow, right? Because he should be having finished his clear way before. But right now he should be like around here, looking to Drake. And if he has prio on mid, there is no question: are we doing Drake? We are doing Drake, or we are doing something in bot lane to make the Drake happen.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
I don't think, yeah, I see, but I don't think teams also in pro play have on mind that always the Drake must be done at minute 6.
It's not always. It's the first opportunity.
Yeah.
So most of the time it happens. So let me. Okay. Right.
I feel like we are wasting so much time on the one wave on the mid.
No, because it's we have to, because it's
Yeah, of course.
early game. This is
Okay.
what matters.
So this is the 5-minute lane. Okay. Look at the mid laners. Oh, they're on Drake. Do you
Without
see my
recall.
point?
Yeah,
Yes.
this is one
They
of our
did-
biggest problems as an entire team, not like this particular play,
Yeah.
but we have terrible timings for Drake usually.
So look at mid
the,
lane.
the whole team has to like make this happen.
They
Because sometimes we
recalled.
win lanes and don't get Drake.
Okay, so they recalled at 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, something like this. So they kind of don't have much to recall for at 5 minutes, because they just took 2 waves. So they had
Okay, but they don't recall again afterwards, so that makes sense.
Okay, now let's look at the second game. Okay, so that's the 5 minutes. They already recalled, but they are still recalling. So you see how Harry recalled for this? Now she's out of base, and oh, but something happens because they want to be fighting Drake, and then they're fighting Drake. I mean, they are not. Never mind. Okay, so let's look at why they didn't fight Drake. Oh, because Ari died. Well, that's because Ari died, right? But if Ari didn't die here, and the reason why everyone is going mid is because they want to make something happen for the Drake, right?
Yeah.
So that's the 2v2. So that's the 2v2 of the Drake at 6 minutes, right? Basically on the wave between 6 minutes and 6 minutes 30. Because if you look at the jungle, the second full clear is done. Right? So they have nothing to do. So that's when they want to be looking for objectives. That's why you want to be recalled at 6 minutes.
But
Yeah,
even though in this,
Can we see? Yes, but like, can we see, please, my if I had made a recall before that?
Okay, so
If I
Like-
had item, just look if I had item before that second recall.
you did.
No, like if I had an item, I had a recall already. Okay.
Okay, so you already had
So-
recall, but then if you had already had recalled, then you don't do this recall.
Yes, exactly. Okay, yes. Now it makes more sense. Like, better is not. It's better, I think, to not make the recall at all and get prio directly for
Yep.
Drake.
Yes.
Okay, so no recall at all. That's
So
okay.
either recall
This-
again
it-
on time or
Yeah,
don't
it's-
recall at all.
It's either
Yeah.
you recall at 5 minutes, between 5 minutes and 5 minutes 30, like you find a recall timer in between those times,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Or you don't recall because it's too late.
Yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense.
okay.
Makes sense.
Now it makes complete sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So, and then the Drake should happen. I think you should have done
Yeah.
Drake here.
Yeah, we have.
Because
Yeah,
didn't
I said
you
it, we have-
didn't you kill the support? Yeah, you killed the support. You killed the support. Your bot lane is fine. I mean, Janna needs to recall, but she's just like
Isn't it
exactly the
too-
same as him, right?
Yeah, but isn't it too late to start the Drake right now?
What do you mean?
Yeah, because Kane is fighting his on Raptors right now. Or probably on the Golems. Raptors or Golems. Either Raptors or Golems. And then Jenna needs to reset, yeah. Kane just finished Golems. And then Brand is gonna walk out to the base with fresh items. To Drake. We are not gonna finish it till
Yeah, that's fair.
15 seconds probably.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so if you don't do the Drake, you have to now have the choice, or do you get the Herald, the grubs,
The Crabs.
or do you take the Drake? So if you're looking for the grubs, Shogat needs to reset, and then go bot, and your bot lane goes top.
Yeah.
So so basically the two timings is at 6 minutes you're looking to the Drake, and when it's 7 minutes you need to find a recall timer and swap your bot lane for top. The only reason you would not want to swap is at 7 minutes you still recall, but you still go bot because you're looking for Drake because the Drake couldn't be taken. This is the only time where you might not want to have your bot lane top lane.
Yeah.
Except if you have a very, very strong early game top laner. But the issue is, if you don't swap the bot lane for top lane, and they decide to do it, now you're fucked.
Wait, can I have a word on it? Can we better not swap the bot lane entirely and just move our support on top lane with Cho'Gath's recall, of course, or
No.
if it's a healthy champion?
Here is why. Your last recall was at 5. So you spend 2 minutes and probably at least a fight. And the Drake. So it's like 4 waves, right? it's 4 waves plus probably a fight, which is around 7 to 800, right? It's 800 gold. Around. Because like a wave is 150, something like this. It's like 165, I think, something like this in so it's 165 times 4, which is, I don't know, around, I don't know, 600 gold, something like this. Plus the Drake, if you manage to got it. So it's around 700. You would be sitting at 700 gold on your inventory and then rotating. But if you spend your 700, you're way stronger in fight. So again, we can take the replay again, right? So it's 6 minutes. Look at the bot lane. Oh, they have a replay. That's unfortunate. Right? The bot lane is top. If you look at the game again,
so I think it's actually good to swap bottom top before the crabs.
Yep.
If we
So
already
at 7
into the
minutes, oh, they swapped way before, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
this one
because
was pretty
Drake
great.
was taken, so whatever.
Oh, they swapped at the very beginning.
Ah, okay.
They swapped at the very
top.
beginning because Mbessa is way stronger. So they want to have the stronger member for the Drake. That's why they swapped. Right? And then Mbessa is helping for the Drake. And then they didn't swap back. Yeah, I don't know.
I think we're playing too much on feeling, and we don't have like set timers. At 5 minutes, with like we don't go into the game with a plan. Like at 5 minutes, we want to make this play, and then we see what happens. Instead, we go into a game and then we just see what happens. Like we don't have like we probably have to like
But
put up
these
some
are
timers
specific-
and what we
these-
generally
these
want to achieve. Like at 5 minutes,
Yeah.
at 6 minutes, at 7 minutes.
Like these specific timers, you know, we need to have this specific timer information for every game that comes. We
Yeah.
don't have to say about it. It has to be a thing.
Like we have
Yep.
to have a plan going
Every
into every game. Yeah.
Yep. Like again, right? They reset it already. And it's 5:30. You see how right? Let's see how Zoe is now recalling while the Drake is being done at 6 minutes exactly. And now she doesn't. And now she needs to skip this wave to help, and she loses the cannon. Right? And then you go again, 7 minutes. What happened at 7 minutes? They are in base, going top. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
So yeah, you need to be careful about this. You need to have like
Early game timers.
because like this is something that the support knows because in solo queue you need to do this.
Yeah.
But in team
I usually do
play,
it myself.
usually the ADC kind of is kind of stronger in team fight than the top laner.
Yeah.
But regardless, you need to be like 4 in top, at least 4. And usually that's the ADC that goes top. Because if you don't go top and they decide to give the grubs, then the ADC gets dove. That's also this.
Yeah.
Right? But this is very much more difficult to dive Shogath.
If you have a strong enough ADC, can you just leave the ADC bot? But yeah, then you probably want the ADC in the fight anyway, so yeah.
Yeah. It's just better to have like if you have a Samira that is just hitting level 6 into a grub fight that you know is gonna be fighting, do you think it's gonna be better than the Malphite?
Yeah, you probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Or the Shogath?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We need to accelerate. It's getting late.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't really care about this, right? So you do the 1-for-1. It's not tedious. Okay, now you're in a... Oh my god. Oh, that's 1-for-1. You almost killed him. How did you die, though? Ignite? Let's see how he played it. That's very unfortunate, because if you had like placed him not here but here, he would have taken a bit more damage and maybe he would have not died. And he would have been also like out of range, right?
By the way, I just did it for the Team Kong, etc. This was my 4th time playing Talia.
Okay, that makes sense. Like Talia is pretty difficult to play, so I would not
Yeah.
first pick Talia. It's a very weird champion, and it's very unintuitive, right? So
On
W
I
placement
have a
is
question
super
about
hard.
Talia right now.
Yep.
On the W, when you place it, do you have to hold like the mouse and swipe it to the side you want to place the
Swipe it
thread?
as you-
Yes.
On the way.
So you
Yes, yes.
so
You
for
press
example it's
W,
W, so you press W and then you hold W while putting your cursor on the
Yes.
direction you want to be going, right? And then you release. Yep.
Yes, yes.
Exactly. So yeah, see how here the only reason you died is just because you didn't have the damage and he was in his wave, which made it so you didn't have. So do you know that the Q of Talia makes more damage on the first target it hits than on the second one?
Yeah. I know.
So you placing him on the wave, right? If he was here, he would have had more space to go, right?
To go for that second.
Yep, and then you
yeah.
would have done the same movement here, and and also you would have stayed your distance because you outrun him anyway, right? So you would have not had the time to trade kill. That was like very close. But also another mistake that you did right now is just before dying you used an ability, right? Let yourself die, because right now it's
Yeah.
pushing for you and it's making a freeze. If you do this ability, it's gonna slow push.
No, do you know what I thought? I didn't know I was gonna die because my Q release and his ignite release were at the same time, and I tried to push the wave.
I see.
didn't know I would die,
Okay, that's fine. Right.
but yeah, for the wave, yeah, sure.
And then you skip the mid wave. Okay, is that the cannon wave? No, that's not a cannon wave. That's fine. You can't do this on cannon waves.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Probably because the cannon takes much more turret shots and then you're gonna lose the plates.
Lose
Yep.
experience and gold, and also it gets more easy for the enemy to get plates, etc.
Okay, so 3 things. You're right. Gold and XP, right? You lose a lot.
and
The
damage
second
on
thing
power
is it takes so much time to
eight shots on the
Yep.
just on cannon.
Yep, 8 shots. And the third thing is in mid lane, only in mid lane, when the cannon attacks the mid lane tower, it's gained 30% attack speed.
Yeah.
So the cannon destroys the tower. If it was a cannon wave, like the tower would be here
Yeah, no.
when you come back. That's why. And if it was a Diana, it was here.
Yeah, I have the idea of this one.
Yeah. Anyway, that's fine. Then you want to push. You don't want to interact at all. You're Talia, so you don't want to interact. So, oh my god, I don't have items. So this was a better placement for a pink. And then you go place a ward here, right? I'm focusing on mid lane too much.
I don't know if it was here. Yeah, maybe it began here. We had some like Discord issues, and I had to. Yeah, I'm playing the support, and I had to like alt tab every 3 seconds to join and disconnect. So I probably in mid game here I died like 5 times for nothing.
Okay.
But yeah, we can go over it. But it was mostly due to technical difficulties that I autopiloted and tried to fix the issues.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah.
Okay,
would
yeah,
be lots of
here
mistakes
your
here.
TPS Talia would have definitely should have been Drake, right? This guy, you're not gonna save him. I mean, maybe you think you can save him, but if you look at it, like they can just turn you, right?
Yeah.
They're very healthy, and it's like Malphite, you're never gonna kill him. And they can like turn on you. And also it secures the Drake, and then you can push and then like do stuff here. And then like you can push this wave and they've dive bots. That's Talia.
Yeah.
With your jungler after Drake. Right, because they are not gonna respect that they are all playing top. So you can just dive this and give the Herald. Because you don't need the Herald anyway. If you want to play for Herald, then you still need to play to get the push mid, and then you don't do the dive spot, and you just go Herald instead.
I think we did the mid push.
Yeah. Where is Talia? Talia is dead. Oh, that's exactly what I meant. Right? You try to do something and then you get blasted because you're 3v1. right? So now you kinda can't really do the Herald anymore. I mean, he's dead, but you're not gonna get it in time. So I would just like get everything, and then you probably need to reset. I still don't see the gold.
I think we still started Herald.
I think this is
I
pretty
don't know.
risky. They didn't contest it. What did the Kane do? It probably went bot side then? Yeah, he went bot side. But if he went here, he could have contested it. If you look at it, he had definitely the
They were
time.
probably losing that one if they contested.
Yeah, he was here right now. If he went bot top side, he was here. And then Malphite just resetted. Brand is coming. Action can get the prior is like a bit less healthy, but that's fine. Because you probably have 2k in your inventory right now.
Yeah, probably something with it.
I can't check unfortunately, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's getting so late. I'm never gonna have the time to look at the entire game.
But the end of the game is we don't have to look after the last big team fight anyway. We just won after there was a big team fight in Baron. Like
Yeah, okay.
here,
Well,
that's useless.
Till 29, you can have a look on it. After 29, nothing to see.
Okay. Alright, so you're all mid for the Drake. It was a tiny bit too late, so let's see why. Why did you reset? Did you have a lot of gold on you? Do you remember?
You can press tab and see.
I think he was
No,
telling
I
he had
can't.
like 2k, TK.
Oh yeah,
2k,
okay. You
3k,
can't do
something like that.
replays.
Okay, so here, two things. If you have too much gold on you that you cannot get the Drake, well, I'm gonna do it this way. No, you didn't have too much gold because you just get out of base, or you just didn't buy anything, which is a bit weird. So here you had no reason to reset. So now, not this wave, not the next wave, but next wave after this. So you can't recall this because this is last wave. Remember we went over this last wave before Drake. Drake is going to be spawning after this wave, so you want to be here. So if I show the timer, right, 11 seconds. So this is the last wave. So Talia gets it, very good. But now you're late. So what's going to happen is they're going to try to fight and get the position, right? I mean, they didn't, but they could have, maybe.
Yeah.
If you look at it again, what happened? Where is everyone? Where is Kane? Oh no, Kane is here. Jin, and then Action. Yeah, I mean it's pretty coin flip onto who gets the priority on the Drake, because well, to be fair, they don't know where you are, right? So that makes it difficult for them to enter. But it's if they know that you reset, then they engage, right? If for some reason they had a ward here, they could have engaged on this. Do you see my point?
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough. Yep, this is trolling. So you want to be contesting this wave when this is the last wave. Once the last wave has passed, you don't take the wave anymore. Like this is too late. So you taking this makes it so, oh, the ADC is not here, let's engage. Right? As soon as the Drake has spawned, everyone stay here. Because if they try to contest the wave and push, you can get the Drake before they start pushing. And then you can defend. The only reason this last wave is a thing is because if you enter and stay here and they're starting to push and the Drake is not spawned yet, you're gonna lose so much because the Drake is gonna spawn and then you need to take it and then you need to go defend. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's unfortunate. That's same thing for Talia, right? You did definitely troll the Pantheon. It was a good attempt.
Did it just jump in?
I tried to
Yeah,
say
yeah, it was a good. No,
like,
it was. Yeah, it was good attempt. Like I would have probably done the same thing. That's unfortunate. Yeah, and then I just give up. Like at this point, okay, so at this point, as Ezreal, as soon as I see this and I see there are four here, my top laner is pushing. Brand is Brand is not here, but Talia is not here, so that's a 3v4, right? 2v4, right? And if you come, it's a 3v4. Do you win this?
No.
Then you push.
Yeah.
Right? And then as Talia, you just get the wave because that's on you, all you can do.
Wait, did we already went by the Herald Rift on the top lane? That happened.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I just looked at it.
Oof. Oh, that's rough.
We had the top. Yeah.
Because
Unlucky.
like what you could have done here is you drive here, you hit this, then you drive this, you hit
Yeah,
this,
hit the mid
and
as
you
well.
drive this, and you hit this, and you are like so
Yeah,
ahead.
that's what I wanted to do, but unlucky.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And when you drive the air hole, you need to be very careful to hug this wall so you can make this turn, right? And like same thing, you need to hug this wall. Because if not, you're never going to make the turn, you're going to do something like this. But usually how it's done is it's done like this. Because it's easier, right? Because making this turn is very difficult. I'm not
Need to
even...
practice it.
Yeah.
You need to hug after. You need to be a Ferrari driver.
I'm not even sure that's possible actually. And I never
Yeah,
tried.
maybe not.
I think it is, but you have to hug the wall, the big wall after. As soon
Yeah.
as you are on the small wall, you have to hug the big wall afterwards. As soon as you make the turn.
Yeah, that
Perfect
makes sense.
racing lines.
And then they do Herald, but you can't contest. If you can contest, that's fine. Then you just do something else on the other side of the map, right? You open the map. So what you could have done here is... Oh my god, what time is it? Oof. Yeah, it's fine. They're not here yet. Okay. Let's see. I want to see it just tiny bit. Okay, so you're late. So if you're late, I don't have time to go over this, but if you're late and you think you cannot get the Herald, which you can because Brandis just died, Astaria.
Weird.
Wait,
No,
wait,
I'll go double
actually,
check.
never mind. Wait, I'm so confused. So you're red.
Yeah, weird red. Yeah,
You
yeah.
killed Brand, so now you have the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind. Okay. I got confused for some reasons. Oh no, so that's good. What I was gonna say is, if you don't have it, just give up and push sides, right? That's unfortunate. Oh, you didn't lose the tower. That's great. And then you get the tower. Oh, that's very good setup. Now you sweep everything here. You put all the vision that you need, and then you go for this tower, and then you
I
keep
think
this wave
that's
pushed.
exactly what we did. We had like full vision on the bot side after like.
Okay, so that's pretty good, but you skipped
we-
this, right?
Yeah, mid wave. Yeah.
But we missed.
So now you
the
lose the
afterlife.
mid tower. At least you should, right? And the only reason you lost this tower is because you were too much of in a hurry, right? Right now, you don't need to go here. The wave is not here yet. So what you do is you go here, grab this wave, one-shot it, and then you go out. Because they need to defend the tower, and if they don't, you just did the tower,
That's not
Yeah.
in my mind. Yeah.
right? That's the reason why you lost this wave. I'll go just over the Drake fight, and then I'm gone. I really need to go. Oh, I went over the Drake fight. GG. Right? I mean, that's
The Baron fight was the last fight. You can see.
okay.
Yeah,
Just
the
for
balance.
the Drake fight, you recall too late. The Drake is already spawned, right?
And just give it. Yeah.
This is last wave. Right now, you should be all mid. If you don't go all mid, then you don't contest Drake, right? So right now, you playing top side makes no sense. You should be all on mid wave and then going Drake.
Yeah.
The fact that you don't do this, that's coin flip. Like, even if you win the fight here, you cannot go Drake because they're gonna have the mid push.
I think we had a
Unless you
catch
can
on
go
Kane, but he
fast.
outplayed us and got out, and we both died.
Yeah, that's fair.
He was
And then
alone
I'm
with
pretty
the
sure
top.
you didn't.
Maybe we didn't have.
Didn't you
Yeah.
give the Drake?
Kane was split pushing.
And
And
then
then
you-
we tried to
I think
kill
they took it.
Kane.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And they took it and then we just played for the ban. Yeah.
Okay, and then the Baron.
And then we wipe and we win.
I mean, good job. What can I say? Right, GG's guys. I didn't have the time to go in the second game, so I'm gonna do this next. I don't know, like tomorrow or 2 days. I'm gonna tell you. Sorry
Yeah,
about being
just
late
come
today.
in.
No,
Yeah, no
it's
problem.
fine. It was still good. It was still good.
All right, GG's. I really need to go. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Have fun.